In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-696-1030. Again, 800-696-1030. That's 800-696-1030. 800-696-1030.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
All writers are prone to becoming so attached to our characters and stories that we struggle to see why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing to full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, shaping stories into masterpieces that can stand the test of time. Editing services are provided for all genres and all age categories. Services range from critiques of the short story through to line edits of the full-length novel and copy editing for those preparing for publication. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites, as well as help with those book blurbs and promotional material. We won't abandon you to the masses. We want to celebrate with you in your successes. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services and prices, visit us at blackwolfeditorial.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-610-9050. That's 800-610-9050. 800-610-9050.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it, there to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 $3 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls? Start saving thousands in interest and fees and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1246. 800-826-1246. That's 800-826-1246. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
Defending liberty 1 hour at a time and broadcasting live from the RWB Network studios in New York City. This is the Ryno Report. Always right.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
I've now been in 57 states. I think one left to go.
We are going to raise taxes on the middle class.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
You are very rude.
We are going to make America great again. USA! USA! USA!
It's our Americans. Let's roll.
And now, here's your host, the Ryno.
The new sheriff in town. Hello. I am the Ryno, and this is my report today, Wednesday, October 19th, 2016. And we are coming to you from the RWB Network studios in New York and live on CRN Digital Talk Radio. So, do you want to live like a billionaire? Well, a 4-year-old one, anyway. The home Donald Trump grew up in Queens, New York, is now up for sale. In fact, it's being auctioned off. It's a modest Tudor-style home, and it only costs about $1.7 million. That's a lot of money, even for Queens. That's a lot of money. The owners who have the home now, who are selling it, bought it in 2008 for $782,000. So they're looking for a payday and to capitalize on the election, and maybe there's some good karma inside that Queens home. All right, let's get to today's headlines. First, grab some popcorn, crack a beer, and call your bookie, because it's fight night, round 3 from Sin City. Donald Trump is fired up, and Hillary Clinton is well rested. We'll set the stage for tonight's debate and go over some do's and don'ts for both candidates. Also, with only 20 days until Election Day, recent polling in some deep red states may be showing that they're starting to turn a little purple. Will Donald Trump's new slogan, "Drain the Swamp," reverse that trend? And is it possible that we have all endured this longer than normal election just to end in a tie? Now, in short, the answer is yes. We'll break down 3 very possible scenarios and talk about what could happen next. Donald Trump's Tuesday speech in Colorado may not have helped his case if we do end up in a tie on November 8th. All that plus another GOP headquarters was attacked, this time in Governor Pence's home state of Indiana. We have a new Rasmussen poll to go over. And finally, in the spirit of Las Vegas, I'll bet you that I can determine your political persuasion and likelihood that you'll vote
all by finding out what your favorite sport is. Don't believe me? Stay tuned, see if I'm right. But first, let's kick the show off the same way we always do with a salute to our country with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We got a lot to cover today, guys. A lot of ground to cover today. It's a big day. Big day in the political world for politi-nerds like us. But during the break, you can check out RynoReport.com. RynoReport.com. You can see a post I put up there a year ago. I put it back on the top again. It's called Hillary's First 100 Days, and there may be a twist to it. I have a new Ryno rant up there. You can contact the show from RynoReport.com. You can follow us on Twitter at Ryno on Air. You can like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/The Ryno Report. You can email me, Ryno at rwbnetwork.com.
This report is brought to you by Kellogg Company. How do you create 3 billion better days for people around the world? For Kellogg Company, that means fighting hunger and feeding potential each and every day. Chris Charles, Senior Vice President, Kellogg Company.
We share people's passion about where their food comes from, the people who grow and make it, and that there is enough food for everyone. Through our Breakfast for Better Days purpose platform, we're fighting hunger and at the same time partnering with farmers and others who are helping create solutions to these challenges for generations to come. As a global food company, we're committed to doing our part to help feed a growing population with increasingly limited natural resources.
Beyond providing food to food banks and other organizations, Kellogg is also supporting the livelihoods of farmers in communities where their ingredients are grown and helping them to improve their yields through climate-smart agriculture practices and reduce food waste. For more information, visit kelloggcompany.com.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show, this Wednesday edition of the Ryno Report. We'll call it a special edition. Even though we're on every day, we'll call it special because it's the last debate. I mean, we all couldn't wait for the first one, and now we're at the last one already. I mean, time is really starting to fly by. Going back to this opening story just for a second, this home, the home that Donald Trump, he didn't grow up in it. He was there until he was 4. And then they moved out, and there's been a few owners since that time. The current owners paid $782,000 in 2008 for this house. They must have overpaid. That must have been right before the bubble, because there aren't too many homes in Queens, and I know I'll catch some flack for this, that are worth that kind of money. And to be looking for $1.7 million for a small Tudor-style home, which probably has, if I were to guess by looking at the outside, I don't know, 1,400 square feet, maybe 1,350, something like that. It's a lot of money for anywhere in Queens, But it's up for auction, and the suggested opening bid at this auction is $849,000. They must be out of their minds. They're underwater, probably underwater, probably 15 mortgages on it. Who knows? All right. Big shout-outs before we forget. Everyone on Red Nation Rising Radio Liberty feed. We're always live there Monday to Friday, as well as streaming talkradio.com, live there too, and the replay on klrnradio.com at midnight Eastern. All times are Eastern. And you can find the old episodes, you guys know. iTunes, TuneIn, Spreaker, Stitcher, Podbean, and iHeartRadio. And if you go to RynoReport.com, you can not only see the new Ryno rants and all the cool stuff that's there, but you can actually put your zip code in. If you go to the listen page, you can type in your zip code, and it'll tell you where you can listen to the show in an area near you, whether it be on digital cable or terrestrial or internet or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Lots of cool features there. All right. Let's talk about what we've been talking about for the last year or so. But I did notice the last, I'm going to call it 48 hours. 48 hours. I didn't bring it up yesterday because we had so much to do. But I've noticed a trend in some people to start to show some concern. And they're showing concern, I imagine, because of the poll numbers. They're not looking good right now. And, we can say polls are off all we want. And, we'll just never really know until about midnight, 1 a.m. on November 8th, 9th. That's when we'll really see what damage has been done. And I said it yesterday. You'll watch. The polls will stay pretty far apart. Now, people are getting nervous, I think, because of the Fox poll. I think that's where a lot of this is coming from, that Trump is 6 points down in that poll. But you have to take into consideration they only sampled 917 people or something like that. It was under 1,000 likely voters for a national poll. I wouldn't be putting all of my eggs into that basket right now. I really wouldn't. I think your rolling average polls are probably a little more accurate. And right now there's a rolling average from Rasmussen. There's a rolling average from LA Times. A couple of different polling places do it. Some of the ones that are notoriously bad, PPP, SurveyMonkey, any rolling average they give you is garbage also. You have to start looking at some of these more credible polls and the way they handle their sampling. Now, I wouldn't be jumping off the ledge quite yet. I wouldn't be. We still have 20 days to go. 20 days. A lot can happen in 20 days. Now, I'll prove it to you. 2 Thursdays ago, Donald Trump was up 5 points in almost every poll across the board. Friday, the Billy Bush video comes out. Saturday, he's down 5 points. So a lot can change. I understand there's some nervousness. And I think the nervousness is not, it's not, oh, Donald Trump's not going to win. Like it's your favorite baseball team losing in the playoffs. It's not like that. The nervousness goes beyond that. It goes into what happens afterwards. Because the culture will change. And that's where I think some people are not wholly aware. They think if they're happy with Obama, then they'll be happy with Hillary. That it's going to be the same thing for the next 4 years, 8 years. But that's not true. They are very, very different people. King Obama is an ideologue, through and through. His campaign started in Bill Ayer's basement. He's an ideologue. Hillary is not so much. She will just sell you out. She'd just as easily be a Republican if Republican donors gave her more money. She's not really a Democrat. She's bought and sold. She's like a used car that's been 85 people have owned, and what's one more owner? So it's a little different. Obama would try to subject us to a globalist control based on his ideology. Hillary will sell you out to global control. There's a difference there. Now, the end result may be different, but the way in which it happens, it does vary. I don't believe people understand that it will be different and probably a lot quicker under a Hillary. Now, Obama, if we had him for another 4 or 8 years, God forbid, things would slowly start to shift. We saw the control of the internet was given up. These climate deal pacts. It took him 8 years to get to this point where we're just starting to see that we're losing our country. With Hillary, it will happen very, very quickly. And you don't have to look any further than some of the emails from WikiLeaks, where she almost says as much, that she would executive order gun control, a gun ban, whatever she wants to call it. Things would happen quickly. And that's the big difference. We could lose our country, not in 4 years. We could lose it in 4 months. That's very possible. Very possible. And then you throw on top the fact that she will at least get to appoint or recommend for appointment one judge, and she has not released the names of people she would consider, which is scary. And Donald Trump hasn't really brought that up. He released 2 lists of names, widely regarded to have been compiled by the Heritage Foundation. But at least he did that, and he kind of had to do it when things were looking maybe a little neck and neck with Ted Cruz. That's when he felt forced to do it. His hand was forced. And I knew at the time that was not a good idea. The same way she harps on his taxes, he should be harping on her list of judges. Because they will be liberal and they will be young. We're looking at a generation plus of judges who are ideologues, too, not just the president. So I understand why people are concerned. That doesn't mean stay home. It's all over. You know, they're saying it's 3rd and long right now for Donald Trump. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think it's like 4th and goal line. How about that? They have their goal line defense up. We just have to run through them. We have to have a little trick play in our back pocket. Something. It's not over. It's definitely not over. The fat lady is not warming up quite yet. But I do see the concern. Because it's our country. That's all, right? Just our country. It's a big deal, guys. All right. We'll do a little bit of debate preview when we come back, and maybe later in the show I'll show you a parlor trick. Hang in there, guys. You're listening to the Ryno Report on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
You experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury? If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right. For you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right. In Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day. And little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember. Bob's Big Boy in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California. With the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit inatlaguna.beach.com.
All right, so we're talking about the growing concern, and I see it. I see it on social media, and I think people are starting to realize that unless WikiLeaks has something that's going to be a 30-second video, I don't know that Hillary is going to die a death of 1,000 cuts. I don't think that's going to happen. There needs to be something else there. A 3-minute or 2-minute video from NBC produced with subtitles with Billy Bush, that's a lot easier to consume than 12,000 pages of corruption. That's the fact of the matter. But I do see the concern, and it is there. But don't give up. See, I'll give you one piece of advice here. If you're going to talk to people about this election, I would refrain from preaching about how great Donald Trump is. We are not going to fix his unfavorables in 20 days. It's not going to happen. That needed to start happening probably before Iowa. If we're going to go back to February. That's when it needed to start. Not going to happen now. All right? What I would do is I would just draw the line in the sand and say, here's a Donald Trump America. It may not be great, but at least it puts us on a more secure, more financially secure area. And then show the Hillary side. And tell them about whether it's going to be increased tensions between races, which is getting out of control. Whether it's going to be voter intimidation like we've seen in North Carolina, or the new Black Panther Party standing outside of polling places during the 2012 and 2008 elections. Which sort of society would you rather live in? One where you can make it, where you have the tools, government stays out of your way, and you can be whatever you want to be as long as you're willing to work for it, or a society where you give up and you'll say, okay, I'm fine with elitist control just so long as I'm not living on the street. Which that doesn't work either. She wants to put everybody into this basket. We'll call it the basket of deplorables, I guess. Whatever. She wants to put us into this basket where everybody makes between $15 and $25 an hour, and they think we're all going to be happy. But I got news for you. There was a guy out in Seattle. This was, I want to say, about a year ago. He ran a credit card processing company. I can't think of his name or the company name. I will think of it, though. And he decided he was all for this. He wanted to make sure everyone, his company, was making money, that they were living good lives. So what he did was he took people who were processing credit cards, and they were making $10 or $12 an hour, whatever it was, and he gave them all $75,000 a year. Everyone in his company, he paid $75,000 a year to process credit card transactions. Inside of 6 months, he had to start paying them out of his own pocket. They weren't working harder. They weren't working more hours. They were just making more money. Inside of a year, he's out of business. Out of business. It doesn't work. And let's say everyone in the country makes $75,000 a year. How great would that be? We'd all be real happy, right? Wrong, because milk would cost $25 for a half gallon. It's called ability to pay. When they know you have the ability to pay more, they will charge you more. Liberals will say, oh, no. What we'll do is we'll put restrictions on the dairy companies so that they can't charge that much. Well, then what happens to our free market economy? It's not there anymore. It's a very, very slippery slope with Hillary Clinton. So I wouldn't just say, oh, Hillary's a crook, don't vote for her, vote for Donald, because they're going to turn around and say, well, he touches women inappropriately, because that's what they're seeing on mainstream media. You can't make that argument with them. You have to just show them direction. Here's a direction. And let them pick. Hopefully, they pick the right one. Because this stuff, like what's happening in Indiana and North Carolina, it can't happen. And it will happen under Hillary Clinton. These GOP headquarters getting vandalized and firebombed purely because people disagree with someone else's political thought. What are we, going back to Nazi Germany now? It's unbelievable. They threw landscaping bricks through the window where there was Donald Trump signs hanging up. This was Delaware County. They're stealing Donald Trump signs around Yorktown and Mount Pleasant Township. Again, in Indiana, in Delaware County. This is about maybe a half an hour northeast of Indianapolis is where this is happening. But get used to this. Lawlessness, intimidation, further divisiveness, all in an effort to gain control. This is very much not a change election, but a directional election. Do we cash in our chips or do we bet big? That's what it comes down to. And I didn't even plan that Las Vegas reference. It just came out. All right, we'll preview this debate very quickly in the next segment, then we have to move on. And I want to talk about what might happen if there is a tie, because it's becoming more and more likely as the electoral map is starting to get colorful. We'll be back. All right, guys, while I have your attention, I want to tell you about my friends at Liberty HealthShare. And just so you know, the healthcare exchange is just around the corner, so listen up. If you're running into that dilemma of trying to decide whether to pay your bills or pay your healthcare, Liberty HealthShare might have that answer for you. Or let's just say you're somebody who's enrolled in something else and you're just not happy. Well, guess what? Liberty has the answer for you as well. See, Liberty members are exempt from the tax penalty and mandates imposed on people for not having health care insurance, thus giving you freedom from insurance. It's a beautiful thing. Liberty HealthShare members are also able to use any doctor or hospital across the country, and they're able to do this based on their members' commonly held principles and values. Liberty HealthShare has memberships for individuals, couples, families, offering a huge variety of options to suit any medical need. So if you want more information about how to join, give them a call at 855-585-4237 or visit libertyhealthshare.org online. Do it today.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California, the #1 Italian restaurant in Orange County. Angelo's and Vinci's features specialty salads, homemade pastas, chicken dishes, supreme seafood, meatballs, and award-winning pizzas, thin or thick crust. And October is National Pizza Month, so come join us for traditional pizzas or any style pizza you desire. And this month we feature our new Sicilian garbage pizza. It includes everything but the kitchen sink. And don't forget our fresh-baked, hot, homemade bread with delicious dipping sauces, Kalamata olive or sun-dried tomato. Sunday, it's our champagne brunch, just $18.95. Over 20 scrumptious items, including fresh-baked Belgian waffles and omelets made to order. For dessert, we have tiramisu flown in from Italy, homemade cannolis, and more. Angelo's and Vinci's is your destination for private parties, weddings, birthday parties, and all holiday events. 20,000 square feet of fun and food, and voted best Italian restaurant in Orange County. Angelo's and Vinci's, 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Lunch and dinner 7 days a week, 714-879-4022.
Hi, this is Fred Dreyer. You know, I've tackled a few roles in my time on the football field, in movies and television, and right here behind the broadcast microphone. Today I've taken on a new role to tell you about the local experts at Solar Optimum. Solar Optimum is California's leading provider of high-quality, affordable solar energy. And now they're offering a special deal you won't want to miss. So listen up. Through October 31st, Solar Optimum is offering a complete solar energy system with no money down and no monthly payments during the first year of ownership. And after the first year, payments are a low $76. Plus, not a single penny goes toward upfront costs. Best of all, you own the system. How great is that? Call 818-745-1489 today to get in on this offer. That's 818-745-1489.
Monthly payment available on approved credit. Complete details available at solaroptimum.com. California license number 9722228.
Hey there, did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you could make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? It's true. According to the 2012 U.S. Census Bureau, college grads with a bachelor's degree make almost twice as much as high school grads. Now, going back to school is easier than ever at Independence University. Log on and complete coursework from the park, or the beach, or even your couch watching the kids. And Independence University gives you the tools, a free tablet and laptop for undergrad students to use and keep when they graduate. That's right. Get a laptop so you can go to college from anywhere. Take the first step to a new career in business, information technology, healthcare, or graphic arts. Call to find the online degree program that's right for you, and you could be on your way to increasing your earning potential.
800-989-1361. 800-989-1361. That's 800-989-1361.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Ryno Report. We're about 26 till the top of the hour here on this Wednesday. So tonight is round 3, the final round of the Donald versus Hillary debate battle. I believe first round, we'll go with a tie. Hillary was better prepared, but Donald Trump was what his supporters like. He was just Donald Trump. Now, round 2, I think, was a decisive Donald Trump win. Decisive. although the quote-unquote scientific polling and the polling that has happened thereafter embedded in the other state and national polls has said otherwise. Very hard to sample something like that. Very, very hard, especially when you ask them the question 3, 4, 5, 10 days later when they may not have actually watched it. They just saw clips of it. And you know what kind of clips they're being shown through mainstream media. So I say a big win for Donald in the second one. Tonight, listen, he's going to have to be Donald, but be a presidential version of a scorched earth Donald, if that makes any sense. We got to stick to foreign policy. We got to stick to Obamacare. We got to stick to national debt. Everybody says, and this is shown in every single poll, that Trump does better when he talks about the economy because it's coming from the mouth of a very successful businessman. Do what you do and do it well. So the economy is a big one. He has to convince people again tonight. Now, there'll be 60 million or so viewers. That'll be a lot for a third debate. I think the first one was 80 million, last one was 70 million. It'll be about 60 million tonight, somewhere in that area. This is his last time to make that pitch, that we cannot go down the fiscal road of Hillary Clinton. We just can't afford it. Maybe save some of the quippy stuff when it really matters. Chris Wallace will do a good job, in my opinion. Finally, maybe we get a fair and balanced debate. I don't know. Maybe. If he questions Donald, if he follows up with Donald, I hope he just does the same with Hillary. And if the audience starts applauding, the moderator should calm them down. But he should calm them down when they applaud for both sides. Martha Raddatz and Anderson Cooper were both guilty of it, along with Lester Holt. When Donald Trump had the audience laughing and clapping, they quieted him. Shh. Gotta respect the rules of the debate. But when they were applauding for Hillary Clinton, they let it go. Very, very obvious. And this was before we saw any WikiLeaks. So this is beforehand. Very obvious. The topics tonight, 15 minutes each. Debt and entitlements, followed by immigration, followed by economy, and then Supreme Court, foreign hotspots, and fitness to be president. I've said it. If you're going to tune in at some point, make sure it's towards the end, because fitness to be president should be a doozy. And we'll see what happens. You know, Hillary Clinton, she just has to stand there. As long as she doesn't fall over, go into a spastic head bob, or into a coughing fit, she will have done okay. She just has to be there and look healthy. That's what she has to do. And it's unfortunate that it's come down to that, but when she speaks, no one listens anyway. No one listens to what it's all just, it's all garbage and gobbledygook. No one listens to anything she says. She likes kids, and she's going to fight for women or against women, I guess, if they've accused her husband or something. I don't know. You can't make heads or tails of what she says sometimes. The WikiLeaks, those will probably come up, if not from the moderator, Chris Wallace. I'm sure Donald will be more than happy to pounce on those. The problem is the hit list of WikiLeaks, the big stuff. It's like 50 things, and you can't expect someone to wrap their arms around it or wrap their head around it as the viewer, going over a list of 50 things that were found out. Maybe you pick one or two that are real biggies. You know, hating everyday Americans, or the public position and the private position, something like that. Maybe you hit him with that. You got to take whatever your narrative is and figure out which one works with your narrative to attack her. That's what I would do. But yeah, she just has to be there. That's all she has to do. Donald Trump, the onus is on him. There's no doubt about that. Definitely on him. And I got news for you. No matter how he does, mainstream media will say he lost. The online polls will say he won. We've seen this in the first two debates. That won't change. He has to do sort of what he did in the second one, in that don't give mainstream media any clips to use that they can use against him. And he was very good at that. This is all about sound bites. People watch the sound bites, the little 2-second clips. So you just can't give them any of those that are going to hurt you. But things are going to get interesting. Very, very interesting, because some new polling out shows that Texas maybe not quite as deep red as we all thought. This, I think, some of us saw coming because you have her pandering to the population in Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Austin. She plays to the cities. She wants to win the election by city. She loses every rural county in the entire country. They all go red. It always happens. It always breaks down this way. Texas, I think Donald Trump was up 7 in one poll. He was up 3 in another poll. And that's close. That's within the margin of error, at least on the 3% one. So that's a little concerning. And then you have Arizona. One poll today shows Hillary up by a point. Now, who knows? Who knows? This is not Rasmussen saying it. It's not Monmouth saying it. It's not one of the more credible polling places. But we are seeing some weakness there along with Utah. Now, Utah has this 3-way race, apparently. That's what a couple of different smaller polling outlets are saying. And along with some bigger ones just saying maybe this guy McMullen is like a strong third. But it could really upset the balance of the apple cart. Especially if you factor in that the number one Googled thing out of Vermont is how to write in a candidate. There's no way to poll for a write-in. There's just no good scientific way to do it. If you have a guy like McMullen somehow win in Utah, where Trump is not terribly popular, but neither is Hillary, and Bernie somehow pulls out this write-in contest in Vermont, things are going to get awfully, awfully interesting. But it doesn't even have to go that far to bring this to a tie, which could very well happen. And we'll go over the tie scenarios when we come back and why that may not actually benefit Donald Trump as many people thought it might. All right, we got that. We have an article from the National Enquirer that people are starting to pick up and read. We'll go over that too, guys. Hang in there. Quick little break.
This report is brought to you by Kellogg Company. How do you create 3 billion better days for people around the world? For Kellogg Company, that means fighting hunger and feeding potential each and every day. Chris Charles, Senior Vice President, Kellogg Company.
We share people's passion about where their food comes from, the people who grow and make it, and that there is enough food for everyone. Through our Breakfast for Better Days purpose platform, we're fighting hunger and at the same time partnering with farmers and others who are helping create solutions to these challenges for generations to come. As a global food company, we're committed to doing our part to help feed a growing population with increasingly limited natural resources.
Beyond providing food to food banks and other organizations, Kellogg is also supporting the livelihoods of farmers in communities where their ingredients are grown and helping them to improve their yields through climate-smart agriculture practices and reduce food waste. For more information, visit kelloggcompany.com.
Welcome to Staples.
Staples guy, I have to move fast in business. Gotta go, go, go.
Well, then you need to see the all-new redesigned HP OfficeJet Pro printers.
Are they fast?
They're lightning fast and deliver two-sided prints, which saves you time and money. You can even print from your smartphone.
Sounds perfect.
And now at Staples, you can save up to $100 on one.
Fast, efficient, and I save money? So I can relax.
I can see the tension melting.
Yep, gotta go.
Away.
Now save up to $100 on a fast new HP OfficeJet Pro. And save every day on ink and toner. Staples. Make more happen.
For limited time, see storestaples.com for details. Restrictions may apply.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
All right, so we're previewing tonight's debate. We're talking about a possible tie after November 8th. Now, one little quick note before we move on from the the debate preview. If I'm Trump, I drop this rigged stuff. I don't like it. We all know it's true, and if you want to run some commercials that say that, that's fine. I understand. A lot of people understand that. And the media is rigging it, and the globalists are rigging it, and I get that. I think we all get that. That has gotten a lot of airplay. What I would do is I would drop that, because that's like a chef telling you the food's no good before you eat it. It's almost like conceding a loss. I don't like doing that. And I'm surprised Trump is okay with that. What I would do is I would pick up this term limit stuff. He was talking about it yesterday. He had this hashtag going, drain the swamp, which when I first saw that, I thought they were closing down the Florida Gators Stadium because it's called the Swamp. But drain the swamp, it polls very well. Term limits poll between 65% and 70% of the American public are for term limits. And term limits are the absolute evil, or the lack thereof. The lack of term limits is the evil in this country. It's what keeps the big money players involved, and they own politicians. It is the problem in this country. If you were to single out one thing, that might be it. And it does poll well, so I would bring that up. I would say we're going to get rid of all the corrupt politicians. And he had said, 6 years on a representative and 12 years on a senator. I couldn't have agreed more with that myself. I've been saying the same thing for many years, that would be the appropriate amount. I mean, what do you have to lose at this point? You have nothing to lose. He's got very little support from inside his own party. So why not? And we can never expect them to vote themselves out of a job. So why not? And the American public's for it. This may be something that helps in the next 20 days. But I would drop the rig, then I would pick that up. If we're going to get stuck on one thing, that would be what it is. All right, so these scenarios. There are a few scenarios. If McMullen, this guy Evan McMullen, can win Utah, and Sanders could win Vermont. Now, big ifs. I understand that. Big ifs. Then, even with Clinton winning all of Maine's electoral votes, 2 are statewide and 2 are by congressional district, and 3 of Nebraska's 5, 2 go to the statewide winner and 3 go by congressional district, she's still going to be 1 short. Still going to be 1 short. Now, if you split Nebraska 3-2 in Trump's favor, Clinton becomes 2 short of having the 270 she needs. If Trump sweeps Maine and Nebraska, he's short by 3 of the 270 he needs. I mean, this is if McMullen wins Utah and if Bernie wins Vermont. If none of that happens, the more plausible scenario is Trump wins New Hampshire, Ohio, Florida, Iowa, and North Carolina, and he holds on to Utah and Arizona, and Texas now apparently. And Clinton takes all of Maine, and Trump sweeps Nebraska, you are tied at 269. That is way more plausible, given the polling right now. Bernie being a factor and McMullen being a factor, they're there. Don't get me wrong, it's there. But this situation scares me, because now you have the 12th Amendment, the state delegation of representatives, they now get to vote under the 12th Amendment. And listen, Sanders or McMullen, if they were to win one of those states, they still will not win the presidency. It's very simply because you will not have a president that was only supported by one state or a very few amount of people. So people who think, oh, if McMullen wins Utah, he has a chance to bring this to the House. And no, never in a million years. Could you imagine what would happen if the House elected somebody who got less than 1 million votes? People would go nuts. They go absolutely bonkers. That will never in a million years happen. So he's just wasting money. Big time waste of money there. But here's the problem Trump runs into if this gets to a 269 all tie. Yesterday he called for term limits. Do you think these representatives are going to vote for somebody who supports term limits? Maybe a few, but most of them won't. They need these jobs. They can't leave them. These jobs are very important to their livelihood. They get lots of vacations. They get lots of money. They make about $130,000 a year, give or take, plus expense accounts. They make a lot of money. These are good little jobs for them. So what? They got to run for re-election every 2 years. Who cares? Easy stuff. Easy stuff in their eyes. So if it gets to the House, you could see, even with the majority of Republicans, a large majority, still go with Hillary Clinton. And you're, again, another situation where you would see what these people, these cretins, are made of. Their true colors. The fact that they don't want to represent you, they never wanted to represent you. They just want the job. Maybe they're bad lawyers. Maybe they're bad doctors. Who knows? Maybe they can't get a job where they're from. They need this job. It's got lots of perks and lots of control. And most of them make a lot more money on the side than the actual paycheck they get, plus the free insurance. Why would they want to give it up? They will sell you out. Sell you right down the river. So maybe Donald Trump should stick to this term limit stuff. It polls very, very well. That might be what you need to get some of these states, like a New Hampshire, on board. Very possible there. Maybe even in New Jersey, they're calling for some sort of term limits there as well. But MSNBC says we already have term limits. Did you guys see this? Last night, their anchor says, oh, we already have term limits. You're on TV? Are you kidding me? You think we have congressional term limits? What a bunch of stooges. All right, when we come back, we'll do a little quick poll. We'll talk about the Inquirer article and a couple other things. Hang in there.
Hi, this is Fred Dreyer. You know, I've tackled a few roles in my time on the football field, in movies and television, and right here behind the broadcast microphone. Today, I've taken on a new role to tell you about the local experts at Solar Optimum. Solar Optimum is California's leading provider of high-quality, affordable solar energy. And now they're offering a special deal you won't want to miss. So listen up. Through October 31st, Solar Optimum is offering a complete solar energy system with no money down and no monthly payments during the first year of ownership. And after the first year, payments are a low $76. Plus, not a single penny goes toward upfront costs. Best of all, you own the system. How great is that? Call 818-745-1489 today to get in on this offer. That's 818-745-1489.
Monthly payment available on approved credit. Complete details available at solaroptimum.com. California license number 9722228.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right. For you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right. In Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day. And little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember. Bob's Big Boy in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
Hey there, did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you could make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? It's true. According to the 2012 U.S. Census Bureau, college grads with a bachelor's degree make almost twice as much as high school grads. Now, going back to school is easier than ever at Independence University. Log on and complete coursework from the park, or the beach, or even your couch watching the kids. And Independence University gives you the tools, a free tablet and laptop for undergrad students to use and keep when they graduate. That's right. Get a laptop so you can go to college from anywhere. Take the first step to a new career in business, information technology, healthcare, or graphic arts. Call to find the online degree program that's right for you, and you could be on your way to increasing your earning potential.
800-989-1361. 800-989-1361. That's 800-989-1361.
All right, so we're going quick today. We're going quick. Maybe tomorrow after we declare Donald Trump the debate winner from tonight, what we'll do is we'll go over some of that math and how that works out and how it's very, very possible. Notice I didn't say that Trump has to win Pennsylvania for that to happen. So I did leave that out. But, yeah, he doesn't have to get to that tie. All right. let's talk about one poll very quickly. Rasmussen, credible poll. They're tied 42 all. 7% go to Mr. Aleppo and 1% to Jill Stein. She's a non-factor now. Hillary had a 2-point lead on Monday. Now they're tied. This is Rasmussen's 3-day rolling average. Okay, so we're seeing some of this stuff from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. The poll gets released today. 84% of voters already know who they'll vote for. There is a contingent that are not sure, and among that contingent right now, Clinton has 35 of that contingent. Trump has 34. Johnson has 27% of people who aren't sure right now. Interesting there. Very, very interesting. 24% of people say that the debates have changed who they're voting for. I'm not sure if that's a true number or not. We haven't seen that kind of swing in the polls, but very possible there was a wash somewhere in there. Most voters are not buying the story that Russians are trying to manipulate the election for Trump, but they do think the U.S. media is trying to manipulate the election for Hillary. Very, very interesting out of this Rasmussen poll. Voters are still opposed to bringing in Syrian refugees, and that's Rasmussen. So not terrible news there, but could be better. Could be better. Oh, by the way, Hillary Clinton, super freak. Super freak, according to the National Enquirer. You know what? They're right once in a while. They were right with John Edwards, with that secret love child. They were right with O.J. Simpson, with the picture of his bloody shoes, and that he had a planned manuscript, and then he had that movie, that If I Did It thing. They were right with Steve Jobs about his health. So once in a while, you know, even the sun shines on a dog's butt once in a while, but they were right with a couple of things. They're saying Hillary Clinton, they have this fixer who used to work for the Clintons who's coming forward, 9-page story. It's on your newsstands today. You can go check it out. You know, that this guy was setting up trysts with men and women for Hillary Clinton. How Hillary secretly plotted to counterattack Monica Lewinsky. I mean, crazy stuff. This guy has 24 years of notes, documents, journals to back up all of his claims. It says he covered up romps with hookers for Bill Clinton. I mean, crooked reporters who were on the take from the Clinton camp, which A-list celebrities had secret affairs with Bill Clinton. This guy's got a lot of stuff to cough up. So 9 pages long, National Enquirer. Is it going to change anything? Any results? Probably not, but it's sure to be a good read. Gotta be a good read. All right, I told you that if you tell me what your favorite sport is, I'll tell you what side of the aisle you are on and how likely you are to vote. How's that sound? Let's say you're an NFL fan. You are more likely to be a moderate Republican, and you are more than average likely to vote. More than the average person. You're more than likely to vote. That's true. The most Republican fans out there, PGA Tour, college football, NHL, NASCAR. The most Democratic fans out there, NBA, Major League Soccer, European soccer. Are these even sports? Men's tennis, women's tennis, and WNBA. If you like the WNBA, you are a very liberal person and you love to vote. If you're a PGA Tour fan, you're a very conservative person and you love to vote too. So, I'll tell you how I did that in maybe a special segment of this show, but it's true. It's all right here. I got the facts in front of me as always, guys. Hope you had a good time today. Hope you're having a good day. You have a good night. Have fun watching the debate. A huge thank you to all of those serving our country at home and abroad. And a big thank you to those in the law enforcement community. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for all the hard work. Please keep it up. We all depend on you. God bless all of you. God bless all of your families. Have a great time tonight and a great rest of your day. And until tomorrow, I'm the Ryno, and I'm out.